For several years now, LG has been releasing some great smartphones that often go underrated and unnoticed. And now that I finally got Android 8.0 Oreo in my specific device, the 2017 flagship, the LG G6, have now become the 2018 LG G6 Thin Q.
Let's go!
Hey guys, this is Rahul, and what has changed since the new update to Oreo? And moreover, is this device still worth picking up in the market for only $350? But let's start with the design. The LG G6 supports a really beautiful metal and glass design sandwich that can still rival many smartphones released in 2018 easily. But it is a glass bag, so better put on a case before anything happens to your phone. Now, for added durability, the phone is also IP68 resistant, which means that it can stay up to 1 meter underwater for 30 minutes. On the sides of this device, you can find the general volume keys, and on the other side of the device is a SIM card tray slot and for the microSD expansion. On top of the device, you can find something which you don't usually see these days, a headphone jack, yeah. And in some variants, the LG G6 also comes with a quad DAC, which enhances the audio experience. Coming over to the back again, you can find the fingerprint scanner here, which also acts as a clicky power button. So I'm not gonna lie here, I'm gonna say that the LG G6 is the smoothest device around. It's completely not true. The phone does stutter sometimes, it lags at times, and this is perhaps the weakest aspect of this device. The 1-year-old G6 is supported by a 2-year-old Snapdragon 821 chipset, Adreno 530 GPU, 4GB of RAM, and comes in 32, 64 and 128GB of storage versions, while also supporting micro expansion slot as well. And the whole device is powered by 3300 mAh battery. The device flies through most daily tasks pretty decently, but give it some load, test its limits, and it will lag. This is especially true when it comes to gaming, especially when you're playing games like Asphalt 8 or PUBG. You can definitely see the frame rate drop significantly. Now with the Android 8.0 update, there seems to be a new gaming mode which helps you reduce the screen resolution in terms of increasing the frame rate, and I've tried this and it works pretty well actually. This new gaming mode also comes with a couple of other nifty features such as a screenshot mode and a break mode, which more or less if you want to just pause the game, put on the break mode, it reduces the brightness and everything so that you can take a break, pause for a bit without losing much battery. Another issue that is solved that I personally noticed from the update since Oreo is a heating issue. Now, it's not really an issue, it was just warm to touch previously when you tried to play hefty games, but now it's far less noticeable, and props to Android 8.0 for that. Coming over to the display, the device is a 5.7-inch 1440 by 2880 pixel screen of 18:9 ratio. Now, unless you are a die-hard fan of notches, you're not gonna miss anything. The screen is absolutely gorgeous. But then again, it is an LCD screen with great color reproduction and brightness under direct sunlight. But as I say, no matter how good you are at something, there's always gonna be the Asian kid that's better at that. I'm looking at you, Samsung. Coming over to the battery, there isn't much to say apart from the fact that the 3300 mAh battery is just average. It gets me about 4 to 5 hours of screen on time, and now with the Android Oreo update, it squeezes in an extra 30 minutes more. Now, it won't last you a whole day, you will need to recharge every now and then, but the USB Type-C and Quick Charge 3.0 is there, which recharges phone up to 50% in less than half an hour. Last year, this was easily the top 5 one of the best smartphones cameras you can buy in market, and now with price coming down to very low, it is simply the best in the category you can get right now. The rear cameras are two 13 megapixel sensors, one being a normal one and the other being a wide angle one. The normal one has an aperture of f1.7 with OIS, while the wide angle one is an f2.0 aperture but with no OIS. The cameras are beautiful and gets you spectacular results. Personally, one of my only gripes with this camera is that the HDR does not kicks in unless you're under the most obvious scenarios where you need the HDR. There are moments when you want to take a photo, and with HDR it would look much better, but the HDR does not kick in. And I would actually have to go and turn on the HDR manually to get a much better photo. But even so, the camera is really capable and really great. Now with the Oreo update, there's been a complete UI overhaul and a bunch of new features, mostly the Q lens, which recognizes the object and shows you where you can buy it online, and bright mode, which activates in night conditions. Along with this, there has been additions of a lot more gimmicky features as well, which are utterly useless. But another few really good features is the slow-mo, time-lapse, etc. Switch over to manual mode, and if you like to have great control over your photos, the manual mode is the best. You can control your ISO, shutter speed, focus, each and everything you can control in the manual mode, and the results come out spectacular. And personally, it is one of the best manual modes available in the market right now. And really the only 2018 feature that you are gonna miss out is the portrait. You don't own an Android for no reason, so go over to XDA and download an Gcam APK, which will provide you with portrait mode, portrait objects, HDR plus directly from the Google Pixel 2 camera, and it works for the most part, and actually it does a much better job than 80% of the devices with portrait mode out there right now. This takes some quiet time to process, like HDR photos and portrait photos take around 30 to 60 seconds just to process, and the functionalities are only limited to these few features. Coming over to the front camera, it's disappointing. 5 megapixel sensor with f2.2 aperture reduces grainy and soft images 90% of the times. Unless you are in the perfect sunlight conditions, it either overexposes or underexposes you. The LG G6 would fit in perfectly in 2018 compared to its competitors in the same price range, such as the Nokia 7 Plus. Nokia is only going to have a better front-facing camera, more software updates, and a little bit more processing speed. Apart from that, in literally every other category, the LG G6 takes the crown. Now compared to even more expensive current mid-range phones such as the Huawei Mate 10 or the Nova 3, the LG G6 still outperforms in every single category except for the front-facing camera and processing speeds. In the end of the day, it depends on what kind of consumer you are. Are you looking for more casual photography, more reliable phone which has waterproofing, a much better display and things like that, then go for the G6. But if security updates and major software updates and even front-facing camera is remotely important for you, I advise you not to go for the G6 and instead go for its current mid-range competition. Hey guys, if you really like this video, make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. Bye.